Yeah, Fineqia is a Canadian listed company, and we're both an issuer of exchange traded products in digital assets, or ETPs, and we invest in a portfolio of interesting emerging digital asset companies. So our aim is to be the leader in enhanced yield exchange traded products and be a leader also in the whole digital asset space. So our products on the ETP side are very different to normal conventional products. Not only do we have exposure to the underlying price of the asset, we also have enhanced yield to generate higher returns. We have two products at the moment, a Bitcoin enhanced yield product and a Cardano advanced yield product. And they're listed on markets in Europe, including Euronext, giving them very wide investor exposure. And our shareholders also get the benefits of being exposed to the growth in our emerging digital asset investments, which are beginning to mature and generate very impressive returns.
You describe Fineqia as a digital asset and investment business. What does this mean in practical terms for investors?
So in practice, what we do is we create and manage exchange traded products. And we do that in a very special way. We're the pioneers in deploying to decentralized finance, which creates enhanced yield. That's a very, very different thing. Nobody else actually does that in the marketplace at the moment. Most people are just creating assets which are around core exposure just to price variations in the assets. We're getting assets which, not only are we getting exposure to the asset, we're also creating enhanced yield so they get higher returns. For an investor, they're gaining exposure both to the fees we get from managing the exchange traded product assets, and also what we're seeing now is the emerging digital assets which we've invested in are beginning to mature and generate high returns.
Why did you choose to focus on ETPs as the core of your strategy?
Because ETPs enable investors to actually access mainstream digital assets, but critically within a properly regulated way. Because often the digital asset world is a little bit wild, and I think the comfort of actually being able to gain exposure to those assets in a properly regulated manner makes a big difference. So they're listed on exchanges. They're basically combining traditional financial instruments with the innovation of the blockchain. So we're kind of, I suppose, bridging the gap between traditional corporate finance or traditional capital markets and the new world of digital assets.